loves. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. I could scream. I've been looking for this information to share with you and to refresh for myself, but it's 3 o'clock in the morning. Let's get into it. These are the traits that a high value man is looking for in his wife. If you can get this information and start to surround yourself with the resources you need to have strengths in these areas, if you can get this information in your early, I'd say from the age of 18 onward, you're going to be all right. You are going to be all right. Here we go. Let's get into it. They're looking for a woman who shows cooperation, network and networking skills, social skills, nurturing, emotional intelligence, attractiveness, fitness, conflict resolution skills, intelligence, and feminine energy. Okay, so this part of the podcast is just me kind of doing a diary to myself, and you're welcome to listen in. Um, so when I looked at these traits, it definitely clicked and it drove the point home for me. I think I understood what it means to be cooperative. Um, but if that's something you need to unpack, you're more than welcome to. One of the things that stuck out to me was the network and the networking skills. So that makes sense. That's something I look forward to bringing into the next relationship. I was very involved in Chamber of Commerce, and I really like being around other people who are business minded. But that's something that a high value man looks for, and that makes sense because I'm drawn to men who are ambitious, who are entrepreneurial, who have their own business, and the complementary aspect of it is the networking skills. I will say this from a feminine perspective, or as a woman who's worked in business, there are spaces and doors and conversations I can have and places I can get into that a man might have a harder time getting into. And then the other thing too is the only thing better than you marketing yourself is having someone else to market you too. So now you're doubling. So if he's out there and he's promoting your business and promoting his business, and I'm out there promoting his business and my business, it's like now we're covered on two planes, right? It's like I'm an extra pair of eyes and legs for his business and able to throw business his way. So you're going to want to pay attention to the networking skills. Social skills are important too. When you see a lot of married couples, social skills play a role. You know, who you go bowling with, who you go on vacation with, who you have business conversations with. Those things matter. Nurturing, that is a very feminine trait. When you talk about embryo, womb, space, thinking about what you want in the relationship, the nurturing aspect of a woman. Because one thing, it's funny how I'll think about something and then it'll come up at the right time for me to say it. If it's anything about an alpha male, they're around other men all day and they don't want to have to come home to a man. I think it's something about being in the space of a woman, and the nurturing. They don't want to be around the rah, 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 and like rough and driving. You can have driving your feminine ways too, but it's like it's something about something that distinguishes the relationship with others and relationship with other men is the nurturing aspect. And the nurturing aspect is so important for divine masculines because remember, that is a very intimate space and they're not going to let just any and everybody in there. So it's like when you can find that connection and connect with them that way, that's where the beauty is, right? The next one is emotional intelligence. And I love this because this is giving me better language to how to communicate things with you. But But when I talk about in my podcast about the ghosting and the blocking and the energy of how you're coming across to your masculine, this is what it's talking about. And one of the things divine feminines are going to have to master is we're going to have to, because it's our function, we're going to have to demonstrate that we can master our emotions before our masculine can feel that he can trust us with that space. Okay? So emotional intelligence is going to be key. It's like you're going to have to be in tune to how I'm feeling, how I'm reacting, and then listening to what it is that they're going through so that now you can help them deal with that side of themselves. Like I said, I think what's beautiful about looking at this list is she's able to depend on her masculine for the business side of things, the driven side of things, the ambitious side of things, for the providing, for the protection. But her complementary contribution to the relationship is the emotional intelligence, attractiveness. Now, me, your girl, I like to be girly girl. Um, but when you look at Kissy Denise, in case I didn't say it, this one I'm getting this information from Two Hearts exclusive. I will put her information in the description, and also Two Hearts exclusive and Kissy Denise. When you look at Kissy Denise, you can see that she exudes the femininity. I am careful to say that that's what all femininity should look like, because when I was doing the podcast for the Venus placement of the man and what kind of woman he's attracted to, it's going to be different. It's going to come in different shapes and forms. It's going to come out in different personality traits, right? I talk about if he has a Venus placement in Leo, he's going to like his woman to wear like the bodycon and outgoing and confident and turning heads when she steps in the door. And then you have other traits, like I think it was if he has a Venus placement in Taurus, he is more looking for the maternal features, right? But in that podcast, I also talk about some of the physical attributes that she will have, the way that she will dress. And so I think one of the things I've come to love the most about femininity is being able to express myself through my style, through my clothing, through my makeup, through my hair. And again, when you're talking about high value man, alpha male, they're gonna look for, I have seen and observed that the more alpha a man is, he's gonna look for the more feminine. He's gonna look for the complete opposite. So it's like, celebrate the difference, celebrate the fact that you can put on the heels, celebrate the fact that you can put on sandals and sundresses and maxi dresses and mini skirts and floral designs, and have fun with yourself. And it's going to be important, I think, for us on this journey to not to celebrate our attractiveness, because we're all beautiful in different ways. Okay, fitness is another thing. And that one, I enjoy doing it for myself. But a high value man, I almost want to say from her list here, this is really unique because she's talking about what a high value man looks for. And you're going to notice spirituality is not on the list. That's okay. I think that one of the things you're going to notice is a divine masculine alpha male is it's gonna come across in the form of how he takes care of his health. And when I'm thinking over hundreds of relationships where I've just kind of taken a peek at how they work, one couple in particular, one of the reasons, there's a lot, she's beautiful, but and I mean not only outside but in. When she talked to him, she's like, I want you to meet my doctor. He's going to help you be able to be in better physical fitness and in condition. And now he's working out and she's working out, and he loves that she elevated him to that level, right? So it's going to be important that the self-care how you do it is going to inspire them too. You need to be, working out, taking care of your skin, eating healthy, and helping him with that. If you're preparing his meals, now you're making sure that he's getting all the nutrients that he needs to have clarity of mind and energy, and to be healthy, with his heart, and being able to go about his day, right? Next thing is conflict resolution skills. That's a very beautiful thing for you to master for yourself. Um, I think it's an ongoing process. When I think about my last job, I I won't say I enjoyed it, but it's like you do get a sense of satisfaction from that, and I think it does speak a little bit to um, emotional intelligence. Um, it's something that you need not just in the business world. That's a beautiful one to unpack. Conflict resolution skills. That is a beautiful one to unpack. Because not, it almost speaks to alchemy and transmuting energy, right? Life is going to throw us some curveballs. And sometimes when you're going through these conflict resolutions, you might find out that you both want the same thing. It's just that you're not expressing it the way that you want to. So how do you make things a win-win situation? And this is important, I think, too. The reason I think I'm in love with it is conflict resolution is different than compromise, in the sense that I think divine feminine, when you start to master what conflict resolution means for yourself, you're still going to get what you want out of the situation. It doesn't mean you give up, the things you desire. It means you reach a resolution where it's complementary to them, it's complementary to you. You might find out that you're asking for something and they're thinking it's something completely different. And just by being able to talk it through and tap into, okay, you're feeling upset that I said something, you're feeling angry that I said something. This is what I'm truly trying to get across. What are you perceiving? What are you understanding out of this? I love this. The other thing is intelligence. I was talking on another podcast about how we need to protect yourself, and I almost think it has to do a little bit with intelligence, just because it's like, yes, being a divine feminine is beautiful, and we want to go with the flow and be carefree, but at the end of the day, you've got to be kind of like sharp and savvy. And I think he needs to know that you're not going to let yourself be run over. And that's a part of attributing intelligence, right? Intelligence talks to how you're making decisions. It talks to wisdom. It talks to being able to pull information from other people and being able to apply it. And then the last one she ends with is feminine energy. And that one's just pretty much self-explanatory, and sometimes it isn't. But yeah, I think it just is the capsule to saying that at the end of the day, is that, just balance out the masculine side of him, the masculine function. When you're happy in your feminine energy, he's happy for you. Okay? I'm so excited I found this. I'm going to actually write it down somewhere where I can reflect on it. And when I tell you I have spent about 2 hours looking for this, and I'm like, what are the odds that maybe I might have deleted it? But I know this is going to be good for the collective. So, all right, I'm gonna hop off here. You take care and be blessed. I love each and every one of you. Peace.